So I'm Jake Perlmunger, the CEO and co-founder of Datavore Labs. Just really quick, can I get a show of hands? How many people uses spreadsheets or Microsoft Excel on a daily basis? Okay, that's most of you. We are a New York-based company that makes smart spreadsheets for research analysts and investment bankers. As Brian alluded to, in the modern day enterprise, important data is everywhere, and it is often messy, siloed in spreadsheets and data repositories like APIs and databases. Before analysis can occur, data preparation or cleaning, aggregation, classification must occur before analysis can be performed, and that is a painful and time-consuming roadblock. And that's where Datavore comes in. And I want to let the demo speak for itself. But before I jump into that, I want to thank the FinTech Sandbox. They've been critical to our success. They've allowed us to use real financial data to train our platform for upcoming pilots, and also allows us to use a real-world use case for the demo. FactSet has been great. They provide us with amazing data that allows us to train the platform. If we look at this spreadsheet right here, this is a pull from FactSet. This is actually a time series of Chinese economic indicators. There's been a lot of concerns about there's been market turmoil, and concerns around a Chinese economic downturn. Datavore can help us classify, clean, aggregate, and analyze this data. I'm going to run a demo. Hopefully, I can keep up with it. So first, we need to load this into our platform. We're going to start a new workspace to keep the data. We're going to call it China Analysis, and we're going to load the spreadsheet I just showed on screen. We then give it a key tag. We're going to call it Economic Data. And we're going to see that the platform immediately tries to classify the data in this spreadsheet and identify errors in the red cells. It thinks everything here is numbers. The data set's pretty messy. There's a lot of numbers flying around in here, so it can't really identify what exactly is going on yet. So we're going to have to teach it. If we click on the first row here, we can see that this is actually some dates. It's hard to identify them because there's no slashes or anything like that in there. So it comes up as errors when we make that change. But if we give it the correct format of year, month, day, we can see that the platform immediately identifies that there are valid dates in this column. And now that the Datavore knows that there's some dates in here, it actually can learn about the time series. So we're going to change the second column to a time series. We're going to point it back to the dates in the first column and then just tag it as China because that's where the economic data is from. And we can immediately see that the platform shows us previews of everything happening in each of these different columns. So it actually now knows there's time series, and there's no need for us to actually remove any of these errors that you can see in the red cells. So why should we take the time to teach Datavore? Well, once we've taught it about this economic data, we'd actually load another data pull from FactSet. You'll see that it recognizes economic data. And it will now instantly know what to do with everything in the spreadsheet. It recognized it automatically, even though I actually went in and changed the column headers. You can see I rearranged the columns and threw a couple missing cells in at the bottom. So now it knows about this time series data, and we can actually work with both those data sets together without any merging or aggregation necessary. Jumping into the analysis, we can now search for that key term, economic data, and instantly visualize those Chinese economic indicators we loaded into the platform. All the charts we make are entirely interactive, adjustable, and filterable in real time to provide deep dive analytical capabilities. I actually also previously loaded some sample company data, just some kind of random things about companies that an analyst may want to look at in the context of these recent Chinese economic events. And we can search for that company data and see on the right properties all related to that. So we can look at, say, the name of these companies, the countries they're from, sales, and net income. And we can actually then instantly, again, visualize all of the relationships that make sense to show across these different data points. And this is just one quick example of what Datavore is capable of. There's a lot more features, so I'd love if you guys could come find me after the program so I can show off some of those. We're preparing for a beta pilot with one of the top US banks, but we're always looking for more partners. So if you want to change your data into solutions, you need Datavore. And please come find me. Thanks.